Okay, so today we'll test if this guy can accurately measure the temperature of the water comparing to this guy. Now, in here we have two sides. One side with just a piece of masking tape on it, and the other side with a piece of aluminium foil held tightly to the very thin wall of the cup with masking tape. So if I put hot water in the cup, I can measure the temperature of the water with the thermometer, and the thermometer is going up to nearly 50 degrees. Okay, so if we measure this with the infrared thermometer, we see 16 degrees, which clearly isn't the temperature of the water. And if we turn it around and measure off the masking tape, we see 49.3 degrees, which is actually very accurate and very close to the reading that we were getting using the thermometer in the water, which we'd expect because the cup is so thin that essentially it's going to conduct the heat straight through. So the difference between the two readings can be understood based on the concept of emissivity, and that silver things such as heat shields in cars around the exhaust system are silver because they don't actually emit radiation. They're very good at reflecting radiation, but they don't emit radiation. If I touch this, it will feel warm because aluminium is an excellent conductor, and so it will conduct the temperature through from the plastic to the water, and I will feel it quite comfortably warm on my thumb. And the paper feels exactly the same because essentially the alfoil is so thin that it's instantly transferring the energy. So the problem comes when using an infrared thermometer, not with whether or not it's an eBay cheapie, but with whether or not you're actually measuring things appropriately. You need to be aware of emissivity of infrared. Now, it's pretty simple. Basically, if it's shiny and metallic, then the infrared thermometer is not going to give you an accurate reading. And if it's any other sort of plain flat color, or even just, bare metal, but not polished bare metal, like rusty looking bare metal, you're going to get a pretty accurate reading. Now, the more expensive infrared thermometers that you find on eBay usually are more expensive because they go up to a higher temperature. This thermometer only goes up to 380 degrees, which is completely adequate for my tasks, which is measuring my floor and measuring my walls and measuring my ceiling for part of planning the insulation and heating for my house, but it's not enough for someone who's running a blast furnace. So get the right tool for the job and save yourself a lot of money. Go grab yourself an infrared thermometer. Even the ones that are $9 on eBay, I have found to be no more than 1 degree variant from each other. Considering that this thermometer here is sold at a science lab at a university to assist with people doing their degrees in chemistry to get accurate measurements in the lab, and considering that it's actually etched onto the glass, goes up to just only 110 degrees C. I've been using it for film developing for some years and many other things before that. So here we go. The two informations between the thermometer and the infrared thermometer correlate, and we understand why the silver thing doesn't give the right reading, but the white thing does.